High School and the Charles Chick-Shay Gymnasium for today's girls varsity basketball game between Plainville High School Blue Devils and your New Britain High School Lady Canes. Here are your starting lineups for today's contest. For the visiting Plainville High School Blue Devils, a junior guard, number 1, Lily Wazirko. A senior guard, number 4, Tessa Susko. A senior guard, number 5, Jada Vazquez. A senior forward, number 12, Corey Jones. And a senior forward, number 22, Elena Gournault. Head coach is Jessica Neuweiler, and her assistant today is Paul Oliva. The Blue Devils are 4-2. For your New Britain High School Lady Canes, senior guard, number 3, co-captain, Maya Soliz. A senior forward, number 21, co-captain, Kaylee Lee. A junior forward, number 24, Jamali Carter. A sophomore forward, number 32, Kaylee Cahill. And a junior guard, number 34, Layla Mahia. Head coach is Carol Piper. Assistants are Simone Roberts, Mike Jones, and Chris Williams. The Lady Canes are 2 and 4. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Kindly remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. I call your attention to the spectator expectation sign beneath the American flag. Please abide by the 5 rules outlined on the sign, and remember, be a fan and not a fanatic. Thank you. Officials for today's game are Paul Benvenuto and Ryan Allison. Let's play some basketball.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Chick-Shay Gymnasium for a Tuesday night matchup between the 4-2 Plainville Lady Blue Devils and the 2-4 New Britain High School Lady Hurricanes. And I'm Jarrell Hargraves alongside my partner, Ryan Lipinski.
Hey, how you doing, Jarrell?
We're doing all right here for a good evening of action between New Britain High School and Plainville. Local rivals, just one town over, so it should be a good game here tonight.
Yeah, Plainville last game out had a win against Bristol Central. Meanwhile, with New Britain having a losing effort against Bristol Eastern, where their co-captain, Maya Soliz, came out with 24 points. They're going to need another big game out of her if they're going to win this game.
And as part of that 25 points, she also hit 4 3-pointers for 12, so that's pretty impressive. So we start the action right now. The ball in the hands of Maya Soliz, as we were just talking about. This is around. Early shot, in and out, shot made by Layla Mahia. No good. Rebound by Suko Taisa.
Yeah, New Britain always loves settling for threes in games like this. They're going to have to get it going if they're going to win this game.
Absolutely. Plainville into the paint. No good. Rebound by Kaylee Lee. Maya Soliz with the ball, bringing it up court.
And a good thing about Plainville is they love running out of their guards. Not a big man dominant team. So they're going to need a good play out of their guards coming out tonight.
And we have an early jump ball violation. Held ball, and it'll go to New Britain after Plainville won the opening tip-off.
See a lot of jump balls in high school. It's not like the big leagues.
Yes. Plainville ball, my error. Vazquez Jada with the ball. Brings it right into the paint. Goods up. No good. Maya Soliz with the rebound.
You could already tell early on she's going to be all up on the stat sheet this game, like she always is.
Yeah, she takes a shot and she airballs. Rebound by Suko Tessa. Plainville working the paint. Loses the ball. Recovered by Kaylee Lee. He gives it to Soliz. Soliz with the ball in the middle, passes it underneath, and it's stolen by Gagnon Caitlin.
Slow start for both teams. No score through 2 minutes.
Turnovers on both ends. That's an air ball on that side. Maya Soliz with the rebound. Passes the ball to Kaylee Cahill. Layla Mejia with the three, and it's good. That's our first three-point shot and our first bucket of the night.
It's a great shot by Layla Mejia.
And there's the Hurricanes working that three-point line.
Already 1 for 2 coming out today. I would suspect the over and under probably about 10 or 15.
Yep, known for shooting threes. That's Jada Vazquez with the ball. Gets it right into the paint and is fouled.
Jada Vazquez, one of their leading scorers this year. They're going to need a big game out of her tonight.
Fouls on number 23, Kaylee Lee. My mistake on 32, Kaylee Cahill. First free throw is good. And the second shot is good as well. Breaking the score 3-2. Soliz with the ball, and Plainville running a full court press here. Ball is tipped, able to gain control. Yeah, bounced around to a couple of hands there. Ended up in the hands of Kaylee Cahill and back to Maya Soliz.
Full court press always seems to mess up teams, especially in high school. It's going to be hard for them to adjust.
Maya Soliz with the three, no good. Rebound by Corey Jones. Swings the ball around. And that's Warzoko Lillian. Lillian Warzoko into the paint, no good. Maya Soliz with the ball, it's turned over. Back to Corey Jones, who's into the paint for an easy Blue Devils layup.
2 quick turnovers turn into 2 quick fast break scores for Plainville.
Plainville staying with their press. LeBron's able to break it. There's Kaylee Cahill into the backcourt for an easy 2-point layup.
That's all 5 for New Britain so far.
Plainville moving around. New Britain with pretty good defense in their zone. Shot by Tessa Succo, no good.
New Britain loves to switch out of man and zone throughout the game. So far they're in man right now, so let's see if they switch it into zone if they can't get things going on the defensive end.
And the shot's up, it's blocked. But it's getting back by Jamily Carter.
Is that the sister of Justice Carter?
That I don't know.
Starting point guard for the boys for a high school basketball team.
And then right back at it is Jada Vazquez for an easy 2-point lay-in. Kaylee Cahill is in some problems, and Coach Piper's able to get a timeout before the turnover.
Good call by Coach. That press is really messing with New Britain High right now.
30-second timeout taken by New Britain.
So as they take a break, we'll take a short break and be right back. And we're back after the timeout and a short mask break after the New Britain timeout after the Cahill was trapped up at the center line. Ball is back in. Pass is made and is out of bounds. Plainville ball. Another turnover for New Britain.
They had 3 turnovers so far in the first compared to Plainville's only 1. So much cleaner game for Plainville thus far.
Jada Vazquez with the ball. In the middle. Teresa Succo with the layup, no good, and there's a foul.
Thus far, Plainville's only looking for their senior guard, Jada Vazquez, so far. Counted for all 4 points for Plainville.
And she also got that latest foul underneath the basket, and it'll go back to the Canes, who will go against the full court press. Soliz with the ball, dribbles it up, passes it to Kaylee Lee. Looks for help, deflected, and it's still by Plainville.
The 4th turnover in the first quarter. Coach should not be too happy about that.
Tessa Succo with the ball. She's going into the paint, and it is deflected. Block is made by number 42, Maya Kelly. And Plainville will retain possession. Jada Vazquez with an easy 2-point lay after the deflection in the inbound. And there is a foul. Corey Jones of Plainville is called with the foul.
And that's the one bad thing about pressing. When the offensive player gets behind you, it's kind of hard for defense to recover.
Absolutely. Layla Mejia passes it in to Kaylee Lee. Back to Soliz, who gets into the paint for an easy 2-point lay-in. And she gets her first points of the evening.
Absolutely. Coming out of, I believe it was 24 points last game, only her first bucket thus far. They're going to need to get her going.
Xandra Silva with the ball, goes for the layup, no good. Rebound by Kaylee Lee. And Maya Soliz with the ball, takes it right into the paint and gets a foul.
Maya Soliz is always an aggressive player throughout her all 4 years in high school.
Fouls on Elena Gornialt. And Maya Soliz will go to the line for 2. And she makes her first.
Some subs coming in.
Brent Howell have some substitutions coming in. Xandra Silva and Maya Kelly checking in. And she sinks her second. So she got 4 back-to-back points here. Coming down the court, Jada Vazquez with the ball.
The Brandon's still staying in their man thus far.
Tessa Succo up for the 3, and it's no good. Rebound by Maya Kelly, pass it to Maya Soliz. Maya Soliz goes in, kicks it out to Layla Mejia for a 3-point, and it is good.
Layla Mejia, 8 points on 2 threes thus far. Big scoring for the Canes.
30-second timeout.
And Plainville will call their first timeout of the evening.
Yeah, coach is going to want to talk it over. Maya and Layla, 2 big scores coming out thus far.
And we'll take a short break. We'll be right back. And we're back, a minute 2 remaining in the first quarter. Plainville with the ball after their timeout. Pass the ball in to Jada Vazquez.
Jada Vazquez, all 8 points thus far for Plainville, taking all the workload offensively.
And Jada with the shot.
Make that
right
10
inside
points.
the 3-point, and it's good. New Britain has to find a way to stop Jada if they want to stay in this game.
They do. So far, man's worked a little bit thus far. It'll be interesting to see if they go into a zone.
Layla Mejia with the ball. Passes it around, back to Soliz. New Britain working the outside perimeter. And Maya Soliz with the 3-point shot. It is off the mark, but it is saved, but goes out of bounds.
New Britain only 1 for 4 thus far on 3-pointers. They gotta stop settling. Excuse me.
And a few of those didn't even hit the rim.
Absolutely.
Jada Vazquez back with the ball. Tasasako goes into the middle. It is blocked. The ball is held, and we have a jump ball.
I believe that's the 3rd jump ball thus far, if I'm not mistaken.
And it will be the Hurricanes' ball. With under 5 seconds remaining, Maya Soliz gets right into the paint for an easy lay-in. Right before the buzzer at the end of the first quarter. Nice easy lay-in by Maya Soliz, which put the score to 16-10 New Britain.
That's a great way to end the quarter for the Canes. Coach has to be pleased about that.
And that was a great closeout. So far, Plainville has only had 1 person score on their team, so maybe their defense is working.
Yeah, so far, I mean, if they could figure out a way to stop the senior guard, Jada Vazquez, then they should have a lot more success defensively.
Oh, great. So that concludes the first quarter, and we'll be right back to get back to you at the beginning of the second quarter. See you soon. Okay, second quarter action here at Chick-fil-A Gymnasium. And Plainville will start with the ball to begin the second quarter. Ball's passed in to Jada Vazquez.
Playing a little more up front now in the defensive end for the Canes.
Oh, good screen. Good screen by Elena Gornaut. But there is a foul on the play. Foul is on Jemily Carter from New Britain High School. That's her first, team second. And Plainville will take the ball underneath. And they got a 5-second violation against Plainville. So that's good defense on New Britain. They'll get the ball back.
It was. It's only the second turnover for Plainville thus far. So up to that point, it's been a pretty clean game.
Maya Soliz brings the ball up the court. Kicks it out to Kaylee Cahill with the shot. No good. Jada Vazquez brings the ball down. Kicks it out to Tessa Suckle. Shoots. No good. Rebound by Maya Kelly. Passes it to Soliz.
Plainville still can't get anything going without getting it through Vazquez.
Well, they did get a steal there by Zandra Silva, who brings it into the paint for a basket and the foul.
On cue, first points for Plainville, besides Vazquez.
And they call Maya Soliz on the foul. That's her first of the half. And the shot was good, so we're at the line for one shot. free throw is good. Ball's up, ball to Soliz for a 2-point, a long 2-point shot, which is wet, nothing but net on that shot. Jada Vazquez with the ball for Plainville. Passes it to Corey Jones. He kicks it out. Lillian Warzoko for the 3-point, and it's good.
Trying to get some other players involved for Plainville. That's now 6 for Lillian.
6 quick shots for Lillian. Soliz with the ball. She passes it along the baseline, but it goes out of bounds. And that's another turnover for the Lady Canes.
That's now the 5th turnover for Lady Canes, opposed to Plainville, which only has 2.
One of those being a violation, too, 5-second violation.
Absolutely.
And now indicating for Plainville, number 21, Caitlin Gatman.
Substitutions made on that dead ball. Ball's in. Jada Vazquez with the ball. And gets it again to Lillian Warzoko, who gets another 2-point lay-in.
Yeah, Lillian already up to 8 points now, and Jada up to 10. So 2 scores combined for all of Plainville's points thus far.
Yeah, and with that bucket, it ties the game at 18. Oh, and a nice rebound and lay-in by Jamili Carter. Puts New Bern at the top. If they've been struggling to get a bucket over their past few possessions.
They have. There's been over about, I think, 2 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, without a basket.
But then Jada Vazquez come right back with a nice 2-step to get into the ball for an easy 2-point lay-in.
Jada Vazquez, her first points of the second quarter, already 2.5 minutes in.
Kaylee Cahill passes it in. Able to get recovered by Jamili Carter. Oh, a lot of, and she's charged with the travel. Too much movement down there, no help.
That's now 6 turnovers for the Canes.
And they've had quite a few just to start this second quarter. Jada Vazquez shoots a 3 when she's wide open. She shoots, it is no good, but she gets her own rebound. And she scores with a travel.
I believe that's her first turnover of the game thus far.
First turnover for Jada Vazquez. New Bern keeps the ball. Hoping to make something happen here as we go down. Maya Soliz with the ball. And she shoots a 3. And another air ball for Maya Soliz from the 3-point.
I believe that's 3 air balls now for the Canes. Only 1 for 6 shooting from 3-point line.
All tied up at 20 with 4:40 remaining in the second quarter. Jada takes it into the paint, lays it in, no good, but it's rebounded by Corey Jones, who gets the putback.
First points for Plainville other than Jada Vazquez and Lillian coming out. So great thing to see for Plainville, coach.
And after that bucket, New Britain calls another timeout to try to talk things over. Starting to learn. Who they are. And we're right back to action here. Maya Soliz with the ball. She dishes it off to Kaylee Cahill for the 3-point. No good. Rebound is made, and there is a jump ball call. And New Britain will retain possession after that jump ball.
And one good thing about the Canes, even if they miss a 3-pointer, they always go hard for the offensive rebound. It's a great thing to see.
Offensive rebounds do make a big difference in games. Pass it up to the top of the key to Kaylee Cahill. Back to Maya Soliz. And as New Britain sets up a play, pass is made to Xandra Silva. 3-point, no good. Rebound by Corey Jones.
They just cannot get it going from the 3-point line. 1 for 8 thus far.
To Tessa Soko. She does not get the basket, but she fights for the rebound, but she steps out of bounds, and it is New Britain's ball.
It's good hustle by Plainville.
Good hustle. New Britain retains, and we'll go into a mass break at this time. Okay, right back into the action after the mass break with 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first half. New Britain has the ball. Maya Soliz brings the ball up court.
Whoever thought we'd be saying mass break in the middle of a high school basketball game?
Yeah, who would have thought? At least these kids get to play through this pandemic, playing safe. The ball is, into the middle to Jamili Carter, who was fouled. And will go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, basketball is really fortunate to be playing. I know football, for a few schools, had their games canceled. A lot of the winter sports got canceled as well. So we're looking forward to watching the rest of the season and then some spring sports coming up.
Absolutely. I know a lot of football players are upset, but they were able to play through an independent league, which kind of helped that out. But it's good to play for your actual high school team.
It is, especially for the seniors. This is their last year of maybe ever playing the sport. So for those seniors that may not have a senior night or just experience that last season.
Substitution on the floor after the first shot. And she misses the second. But there's a jump ball on the rebound there. And 2 ladies fighting for the ball, so jump ball, and they'll go to Plainville. Arrows to Plainville. Jada Vazquez with the ball. Now, even though New Britain couldn't retain possession there, that was a good jump ball, because now, next time, they'll be able to get the ball if there's another jump ball called.
Yeah, it was. You see a lot of more jump balls in high school than you would in high school of the pros. You see a travel for Plainville.
Yeah. Another travel. That's another turnover for Plainville.
Plainville's 4th of the game.
Yeah, definitely at the high school and the lower levels, you see more of those held balls. You don't see it as you start advancing higher.
It is. You see, I feel like, as you see another travel for the Canes. It's their 7th turnover.
Travel by Xander Silva.
I feel like coming up when you're in like middle school, transitioning to high school, that's kind of, I feel like on the coaches a little bit to try to teach them, keep the ball away from the other team. That's where those dribbling skills really come into effect.
Absolutely. Once you stop dribbling and hold the ball, you're setting yourself up to something bad to happen.
Absolutely.
And a shot right off the pass made by Tessa Soko. That was no good.
Another offensive rebound for Plainville.
Another one. Corey Jones, she gets the ball, and she travels before she's able to get the ball down.
3 straight turnovers in a row for both Plainville and the Canes.
And there's some substitutions happening on both ends of the court.
Back in the game for Plainville, number 22, Elena Cornwall. And for the Lady Canes, number 24. Correction, number 34, Layla Mejia.
Maya Soliz with the ball.
New Britain needs to get it going here. Only 4 points so far in the second quarter.
Nearly broken up by Lillian Wazorsko. Soliz retains. She passes it. And there's another jump ball. The pass was intended to Jamili Carter. Couldn't hold on to it. And because of that held ball on the last free throw, New Britain will retain possession this time.
Absolutely. That's one thing the coaches preach every time before a game. If you can't get that offensive or defensive rebound, you need to go for that jump ball.
Passes up to the top of the key to Maya Soliz. New Britain taking their time here on offense. They're down by 2.
It's another turnover.
Back in the game for Plainville, number 12, Corey Jones.
Must have been a travel. I couldn't see.
Yes, it was. A lot more turnovers in the second quarter opposed to the first quarter.
Yes, both ends of the ball. Jada Vazquez kicks it out to Tessa Succo. Gets into the paint. Dishes it off to Eliana Gorma, and she travels.
3 straight possessions for Plainville, resulting in a turnover. It's not a good thing to see.
And Plainville will have a substitution.
Blue Devils, number 21, Caitlin Getman.
New Britain looking for a chance to finally capitalize on one of those turnovers.
Absolutely. Much sloppier play thus far in the second quarter opposed to the first quarter, as we've talked about.
90 seconds remaining in the first half. Maya Soliz goes up, and it is blocked. Blocked by Jada Vazquez. It looks like New Britain will retain possession. Jamili Carter on the inbound. Looks to Kaylee Cahill. Pass up top to Soliz. Back to Cahill for a 3. No good. New Britain gets the ball in the rebound. Pass it back to Soliz for another 3. And this one is nothing but net.
That's her second three-pointer thus far in the game, hoping to get it going behind the three-point line.
It's like she's either making it with nothing but net or she's way off the mark tonight.
Absolutely. That's how it's looking thus far.
Plainville with the ball. Lillian Wazorko for the 3. No good. Oh, and Jada Vazquez with a crazy shot and is able to draw the foul for a basket and a shot.
Jada Vazquez, she's been playing aggressive all night thus far. Already up to 14 points for Plainville.
For the Blue Devils, number 5, Jada Vazquez, shooting home.
She has the majority of the team points. She was slow to start the second quarter, but she's getting back into her groove.
Absolutely.
And the basket is no good. Rebound is secured by Layla Mejia. Passes it to Soliz.
You see Layla trying to avoid another one of those jump balls because she knows now that if another jump ball can result in a turnover for the Canes.
And any arrows in Plainville's favor, so you don't want that jump ball either. .30 seconds remaining in the first half.
See if New Britain tries to get one shot off, or they're going to try to go for a quick 2-for-1 opportunity.
Oh, and there's a little scramble happening down there. Looks like New Britain still has the ball. But Jada Vazquez with the steal. She gets into the basket for an easy lay, but she misses. But it's followed up by Montanez Cassiani.
It's a great hustle for Plainville. Missed the layup, teammate right there for the putback.
Yeah, and they didn't realize that the clock was there. No basket, and that's the end of the first half. The score is Plainville 26, New Britain 23.
It's a very sloppy second quarter, overall first half, so both coaches are going to have some adjustments to make coming into the second half.
Yeah, lots of turnovers happening during that second quarter. And a lot of missed shots on both ends.
Definitely. Only 1 3-pointer thus far for Plainville, opposed to only, I believe, 2 for New Britain on 2 for 10 shooting, only 20% from 3. And Plainville within a similar range of that. So they're going to need to get it going from 3-point line or get aggressive in the second half.
Yeah, 1 possession game. Looks like Plainville will have possession when we come back at the second half. And we'll see you all then. And welcome back to second half action here at Chick-fil-A Gymnasium.
A little bit of the first half stats here for Plainville and New Britain. As expected, Jada and Maya leading both teams in points. Jada Vazquez with 12 points and Maya Soliz with 11 points.
As Kaylee Lee is called with a foul down at the basket. Tessa Succo will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, we're going to see early on what the coaches presented to their players in that halftime, whether it was be more aggressive, get better from the three-point line, or just better hustle.
Or protect the ball a little more, too.
Yes, absolutely.
First free throws, no good. Second is no good, but the rebound is quickly made by Corey Jones, who shoots a three-pointer. And it's off the mark. Rebound by Maya Soliz. Passes the ball to Kaylee Cahill, who gets in for an easy left-hand layup.
Kaylee Cahill, her first points of the night.
Jada Vazquez trying to work her way into the paint with a turnaround. Shoots, no good. Rebound by Tessa Succo.
Yeah, you can see New Britain on that one, doubling her when she came into the paint. Maybe that's one of the things Coach emphasized in that locker room.
And maybe that three-point shot as well. Kaylee Cahill with a three-pointer.
5 quick points for her in this third quarter.
And that puts New Britain back in the lead early on in the second half. Tessa Succo into the paint. Shoots it up, no good. Rebound, Maya Soliz. Maya takes it to the basket off the glass, no good. And we got joint possession and a jump ball.
You feel a little more energy so far for New Britain coming out of that first half.
And Plainville got the first possession at the half, so Lady Canes will retain the ball after this jump ball. Passes up top to Layla Mejia. Back to Maya Soliz for a three-point shot. Off the rim, bounces. Rebound by Corey Jones of Plainville. Lillian Wazorsko with the ball. Gets into the paint. Left-hand layup, and it's good. That ties the game up. Maya Soliz with the ball, bringing it up court. Passes into the paint, and it is off the foot of Tessa Succo of Plainville. New Britain will retain possession. There's a substitution on the floor. Pass to Kaylee Cahill for a three-point, no good. Out of bounds. Last touch by Plainville. New Britain will retain the ball.
New Britain coming out firing three three-point attempts in this third quarter.
Maya Soliz with the ball, dribbles in. Just outside the mark. Rebound, Corey Jones brings it in. Soliz on the defense. Corey off the glass, no good. Maya Soliz picks up the rebound. 2-on-2. Maya Soliz will take the ball. And no good, but she is fouled.
Both teams being very aggressive on the fast break, not settling for any threes, going right up and trying to cause a foul.
And that's exactly what you want to do. You know, on a fast break, get to the paint, either draw a foul or get the easy bucket.
Definitely. You see a lot in the NBA today. It's a lot of people kind of settling for three-pointers, which is, I guess, the game now. But I like how they preach in high school is go right at the paint and try to draw a foul.
You know, because if you get the basket and the foul, that's 3 points right there for you.
Exactly.
And she makes her first.
It's her first points of the second half.
Jamili Carter checks back in. And the second one is off, but rebound by Jamili Carter, who puts it right back in for a 2-point layup.
That's great hustle by Jamili Carter. A lot of offensive rebounds so far through this game.
You know, I don't know what Coach Piper told her on the bench, but she was only out for one possession, went back in there, got the rebound and the lay-in.
Definitely. When coaches usually do that in that situation, probably just to give them advice, because I don't really think that they'd be that tired coming out of the break. So probably just a hustle thing for the coach.
Basket made by Corey Jones after the miss by Jada Vazquez. Brings it to a 1-point game. New Britain's up by 1, 31-30. Maya Soliz passes the ball to Jamili Carter. Guarded very closely by Tessa Susko. And it's still by Jada Vazquez. She's all alone in there for a layup, and it is good.
It's their first turnover of the second half.
And with that lay-in, Plainville regains the lead once again. We've been going back and forth this game, so it looks like we're going to go down to the wire here.
We have. It's been a great game thus far. You know, watching a lot of the games in the past, if New Britain gets down, they seem to have the energy to get back into it, but they don't really need that so far this game, just hanging around.
Kaylee Cahill with the layup, no good. Rebound made by Kaylee Lee. She goes down, but it is a jump ball, and Plainville will get the ball.
If that's one thing New Britain's known for in any sport, is their hustle and their passion for the game.
I couldn't agree more. Vasquez with the ball. Shoots a three-pointer. No good. Rebound by Caitlin Gagnon.
A lot of offensive rebound for both teams.
And Layla Mejia is called with the over-the-back foul. Plainville has the ball. Passes it into Vasquez. Vasquez working around. Plainville working the paint. Tessa Susko with the ball. Back to Vasquez. To Jones, to Lillian Wazorsko for a three. No good. The tip is made and is saved by Tessa Susko.
It's another offensive rebound for Plainville.
And we have a whistle.
What was that, spit out gum there?
Something was, I don't know what it was.
I guess that's their version of a mass break today.
Yeah, they might as well. It's 3:42 remaining, so they are going to take a mass break at this time. So after the small mishap by New Britain player and a mass break, we're back. Plainville with the ball, 3:42 remaining in the third quarter. Plainville up 32-31. Ball is passed to Corey Jones for a three-point, and it is good.
Three-pointer, Corey Jones.
Gives Plainville a 4-point lead. Sliz with the ball.
Plainville seems to be in a zone, which is what they've been through so far throughout this game. Switching on everything.
Good screen set there by Maya Kelly for Maya Sliz, and she's able to get the 2-point bucket off that screen.
Maya Soliz being aggressive as always, not settling for the three, going right at the defense.
Corey Jones with the shot once again. No good. Sliz with the rebound. And she's not slowing down. Looking for help. Passes it to Jamili Carter. Or Layla Mejia. Any offensive foul is against New Britain.
Lady Canes foul number 42, Maya Kelly.
Canes cannot get it going from three-point line. 3 for 14 so far throughout the game.
And now in the game for the Lady Canes, number 24, Jamarly Carter, and number 42, Maya Kelly.
Vasquez with the ball, shoots it out. No good. Rebound by Caitlin Gagnon. No good. Plainville with another rebound, passes it to Vasquez.
Only one basket for Vasquez so far this quarter. Slow start for offensively.
And we have a foul on the play.
Written foul number 34, Layla Mahia.
Another foul on Layla Mahia. That's back-to-back fouls on her. Her second. 4 for the Lady Canes in the second half so far.
Yeah, they don't want to get too many fouls before the end. It can end up turning into a bonus, a one-on-one situation, or 2 straight free throw attempts.
And after a ruffle, there is a jump ball called. And the ball goes to the Lady Canes.
Plainville coming out in the press.
And there's a foul on the play on that inbound. Fouls on Jada Vazquez with the hit.
Plainville foul number 5, Jada Vazquez. Her second, team second.
Unusual thing for Plainville, they got nobody covering the inbounder, so they have 2 people doubling on the players coming in. It's an interesting look.
Oh, passes up. That shot was blocked. And now the shot by Kaylee Cahill, no good. Rebound, Vasquez of Plainville. Passes it to Tessa Susko for the 3, no good. Rebound by Corey James, back to Susko. Blocked by Maya Sliz.
Great block by Maya Soliz. Staying defensively, not going on the offensive end.
And there's another foul.
A lot of fouls in the last 2 minutes.
Plainville foul number 1, Lily.
Fouls on Lillian Wazorko of Plainville.
Team's third.
That's her first foul of the evening. It's her team third of the second half.
Both teams trying to avoid the bonus in this last minute 35.
And there's another foul as Maya Splish tries to go up to the hoop. Foul on Tessa Susko.
She's going to have to free throw line a lot tonight. She can't get it going.
And Maya will go to the line for 2.
For the Lady Canes, number 3, Maya Sliz, shooting 2.
You know, just a minute ago it was New Britain 4 fouls to Plainville's 1, and that number has just that gap has been eliminated in just under 2 minutes.
Yeah, you could just see once defenses start getting a little more aggressive, just a little more fouls start occurring, and you know what? That's really okay as long as it doesn't result into too many free throw attempts for either team.
And it looks like there's a violation. Basket was no good, but the violation was on New Britain anyway, so it wouldn't have counted if she did make it. Plainville has the ball.
One thing every coach emphasizes before any game is capitalize on your free throws, because ultimately free throws could win you those close games.
You know, as I always said when I coach, free throws win games. Oh, we have another jump ball. Corey Jones down in the paint trying to work, guarded by a few junior Lady Canes down there.
It's good to take advantage of that when you're in high school. Players are still adjusting how to dribble constantly, so the more jump balls is kind of more opportunities for your team.
Absolutely, the pass is made to Jada Vazquez. The shot is blocked, but it was a foul. Fouls on Maya Sliz. That's her 3rd foul of the evening, team's 5th of the second half. Vazquez will go to the line for 2. Makes it first.
A lot of free throw attempts for both teams so far throughout this game.
And she's off the mark on the second. Rebound by Maya Kelly. Pass it to Cahill, looks up for Soliz. Britton working the ball around, back to Soliz. Maya Kelly with the screen, Soliz on the three-point, no good. Rebound by Lillian Wazorsko.
Maya Soliz cannot get it going from the three-point line. No three so far throughout this game for her. Something we're not accustomed to seeing.
Yeah, it's something we don't see too often. 4-point game, and we have another whistle with just under 30 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
I believe that was an offensive foul, if I'm not mistaken.
Break foul number 12. Correction. Plainville foul number 12.
Yes, indeed, that was an offensive foul.
It was a offensive foul. Foul was on Corey Jones of the Plainville Blue Devils. Both teams with 5 fouls, 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Soliz with the ball.
New Britain looks like it's going to settle for one shot, not give Plainville an opportunity.
Soliz takes it, looks to the outside, passes it to Layla Mejia for a three-point, no good. Rebound by Vazquez, but the time runs out. And at the end of the third quarter, we have a score of Plainville Blue Devils 36, New Britain Lady Canes 33.
Looks like we're going to be in for a very good and close game fourth quarter coming up, barring any late problems for either team.
Yeah, so we have a one-possession game going into the fourth quarter. So far, second half has been pretty sloppy from both teams.
Total of 16 turnovers combined for both teams, something we want to clean up in the fourth quarter.
Yep, so here we are, end of the third quarter. We'll be right back to start the fourth.
Number 32.
8 minutes remaining left in the game with a score of 36-33 Plainville. New Britain gets the ball first to start the fourth quarter. Maya Soliz with the ball. Passes it around. Ball to Layla Mejia. She gets into the paint for a layup, and she makes it.
Layla Mejia's first points of the second half. Good showing.
And that was a good lay-in in the paint for Layla. It's good that they get the ball into the paint instead of shooting those outside, settling for those outside shots.
Absolutely. Only 3 for 16 thus far from the three-point line. Coach probably emphasized a lot more baskets inside instead of settling.
On that possession, Vazquez had the ball, missed the layup, and it rolls out of bounds. So New Britain will get the ball back with a 1-point game, down by 1. And Plainville will continue with their press. And it works as Maya Soliz is forced out of bounds, and Plainville will get the ball back.
It's back-to-back turnovers for both teams. Not a great sign coming out of the end of the quarter.
Vazquez.
Been saying her name a lot tonight.
Yeah, she has the ball the most, and she shoots a three-pointer right there. She has a wide open look, and she gets it. You don't want to leave her wide open for those three-point shots. It seems like she'll make it every time.
Definitely not. She had a slow third quarter, only 1 basket, hoping to, as we see another turnover for New Britain, hoping to turn it up in the fourth quarter to help her team.
Yeah, that turnover was by Maya Soliz. The pass was intended for Kaylee Cahill. She couldn't catch it, goes out of bounds. Plainville has the ball back in a 4-point lead.
It's the 11th turnover for New Britain High thus far.
And a layup by Tessa Susko is no good. Rolls out of bounds. New Britain will get the ball.
You know, one thing we've been seeing from both teams is following their shots. A lot of players don't really do that anymore. So we have a stoppage in time.
New Britain takes a 60-second timeout.
Yeah, Coach Piper calls a full timeout here to talk things over with their team as they're down by 4 points. And right back in the action after the timeout by New Britain. The full court press is still by Plainville, and they chuck it down the field to Kaylee Cahill.
That could be New Britain High School's future star quarterback.
Yeah, after that throw, it was about 80 feet down the floor. Cahill claims she was pushed, but they call out of bounds. Plainville will get the ball right back after the timeout. Just under 6.5, 4-point lead for Plainville. Closely guarded. Jada Vazquez ended up with the ball in the paint. She delivers, and she is well contested and still makes the easy 2-point play. What a play by Vazquez in the paint.
That was a great finish by Jada Vazquez. We've been seeing all night her being aggressive on the offensive end.
Maya Soliz with the ball, looking to come back after that by Vazquez. She shoots an outside shot. It is an air ball. A rebound made by Tessa Susko. Passes it to Corey Jones. And she is fouled, pushed down.
That's the last thing New Britain wants to see right now. Down 6, a little under 6 minutes remaining in the game, and a foul on defensive end.
And foul is on Kaylee Lee. And that's the team's 6th foul, which will now put them in the bonus. Corey Jones slow to get up. Plainville have the ball underneath. Back to Jones for an easy lay-in and another bucket by Plainville Lady Blue Devils.
Forget just plays on the offensive end. New Britain's going to need to stir up some stops if we're going to get back into this game.
Kaylee Cahill for a 3. And that's exactly what they needed after falling down by 8 points. Cuts the lead to 5. Now New Britain is looking to make a stop here on defense. Lady Wazorska with the ball, goes up, no good on the free throw, but Corey Jones back on the lay-in. She shoots it, no good. And it looks like we have a joint possession and a jump ball.
One thing Coach Piper's going to want to preach to the team is boxing out. A lot of offensive rebounds for Plainville.
Lots of offensive rebounds, and Plainville retained possession of the ball after that jump ball. Kicks it into Vazquez. Vazquez gets into the paint easy, off the glass for an easy lay-in and another 2 points for the Blue Devils.
That puts her up to 19 points on the night.
Oh, and an easy pass to number 24, Jamie Lee Carter. She is fouled.
That was a great pass by Maya Soliz. You see her court vision throughout that whole play.
5 is on Jada Vazquez. Carter was unable to make the bucket, so she'll go to the line for 2. Off on the first.
A lot of missed free throws so far for New Britain.
Yep, free throws are an important part, especially if we're going down the stretch in the final second half of the last quarter. That's when it really counts. And she makes her second. New Britain now switching up to a full court press, knowing that time is of the essence. Well, little fumble. New Britain is able to get the steal. Maya Soliz with the ball.
Injury on the floor.
And there is an injury timeout.
Coach Piper's going to drop a play real quick.
Taking advantage of the injury timeout. And the coach tries to get as many free timeouts as they can when they get an opportunity.
Definitely down 6, a little under 5 minutes remaining, and they need all the plays that they could from their team, all the opportunities.
Yep, New Britain has the ball. Passes it to Maya Soliz.
Maya Soliz scoreless in the fourth quarter. I'll look for her to get going.
And she shoots it up. No good on that layup attempt. Jada Vazquez with the ball.
7 of the team's 9 points in the fourth quarter for Layla.
And a two-pointer is off. Good hustle by Plainville number 12, Corey Jones, but she steps out of bounds. So New Britain will get the ball back in a 6-point game.
Yeah, even though they weren't able to get that ball, you've been seeing their hustle throughout the whole game. It's a great hustle for both teams, and especially Plainville.
Both teams are now working a full court press. About 4 minutes remaining. Looks down the court to Kaylee Lee. She shoots, no good. Rebound by Jamili Carter. Up for the rebound, in for the layup, no good. She'll go to the line for 2.
It's her second opportunity at the line in this quarter.
The foul is on number 12, Corey Jones of Plainville. And that is her 4th foul.
Around this time is really when those free throws started to come into effect. You can see all those misses they had throughout the first 3 quarters could result in them having a 2-3 point lead right now.
Yes, free throws are very important. So let's Jamili Carter will be at the line after this mass break. And let's make sure those count. Jamili Carter at the line for 2 after this mass break. Very important free throws as we come down here. And the first one is no good.
Another missed free throw that we were talking about before the break. Those free throws are really going to start coming into effect right now in the fourth quarter.
And now she shoots her second. Second one is no good, and Plainville gets the rebound. Number 12, Corey Jones, passes it to Jada Vazquez.
I remember when I used to play, if you used to miss 5 or 10 free throws a game, that'd be the whole next practice would be revolved around making your free throws.
Yeah, they call it free throw for a reason, Ryan, right?
Absolutely, very important part of the game. Sounds easy, isn't always.
Not so much. And the three-point shot is good by Lillian Warzorko.
It's her first points of the fourth quarter. On the board with a 3.
Brings it to a 9-point game. Soliz with the ball. Inside shot off the glass, no good, but the rebound is made, but there is a jump ball right after. Kaylee Lee with the original rebound. And New Britain will retain possession.
Yeah, their leading scorer, Maya Soliz, has no points thus far in the fourth quarter. You're going to need her to step up if they're going to get back into this game.
And I think that Coach Piper is thinking the exact same thing that you were thinking as she called a timeout. There'll be a full timeout for New Britain coming into here. Three minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. New Britain has the ball and a 9-point deficit. Ball's passed at the top of the key to Kaylee Cahill. To Sliz. Oh. A lot of reaching going on there. Ball's moved around. Plainville with the hands, and they get the turnover. They're all over the ball in that possession, right after the timeout.
They are. That's not something a coach looks for in their team right after a timeout. Quick turnover, down 9.
Plainville will try to work the clock as much as they can at this point. Remember, 9 points is only a 3-possession game, so New Britain can't count themselves out.
Absolutely. And one of the things we were talking about with those free throws, they make the majority of their free throws. It's a lot closer game right now.
Both teams are in the bonus, so any foul will go to the line. And after the miss, number 22 with the rebound, Elena Gornat, and she gets fouled as she shoots.
And you see that again on that possession. Ball goes up, players quick to swarm on the ball. Another offensive rebound from Plainville.
A rebound followed by the foul. And she makes her first. Extending the lead to double digits for Plainville. And she sinks her second. 11-point lead for Plainville. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the game. Plainville staying with their full court press. Sliz with the ball. Passes it up to Cahill.
New Britain High only 6 points in the fourth quarter. They need a big show in these last 2 minutes to have any chance of coming back in this game.
Sliz, top of the key, trying to make it happen. Gets into the paint. She lays it up. No good. High off the glass. Couldn't fall into the basket. Vazquez back with the ball.
Still scoreless in the fourth quarter for Maya Soliz.
And Tessa Susko down the paint. No good. Sliz with the ball, bringing it up. A minute 30 remaining. Maya Sliz with the shot, off the mark. Rebound, Vazquez. Plainville working some time here. Moving the ball around. Sliz on the defense. Good defense by Maya Sliz.
And one thing coach is telling them right now, get up, get up. You only got a minute left. You need to get as many stops as you can.
And Plainville will call a timeout here.
Trying to avoid a late game turnover.
Yeah, but they can control the ball. They can control the game at this point.
Definitely. All they need to do is hold the clock for the next minute, maybe cause a few fouls, and they'll come away with the win.
And I'm sure Coach Piper is talking about how soon they were going to have to resort to fouls in order to get the ball back into their hands.
Yeah, absolutely. Either fouls or sometimes some coaches like to draw up double teams, try to cause a quick turnover. But in this case, foul looks like the best way to go for them.
A minute, 10 seconds remaining here in this game. Plainville has the ball down at the baseline. Lillian Wazurko with the ball to take it out. Passes it to Susko. As they move the ball around. Lillian Wazurko with the three-point shot, no good. There's some fighting on the floor and a jump ball called.
Even going down to the last minute of the game, Plainville staying aggressive on the offensive rebounds, crashing the boards.
They have been. New Bern got bailed out with that jump ball and able to get the ball back. Referee's trying to figure out exactly who has possession here and make sure they get it right. They don't want to mess that up.
Yeah, absolutely. That could be a big swing right now in the last minute, whether New Bern or Plainville has it.
And it goes to Plainville. I don't remember the last jump ball, but it must have went to New Bern.
Yeah, me neither. There's been a lot of jump balls, so
There's been a lot.
it's hard to keep track of them all. Plainville looking to clear it out.
Plainville trying to work the clock. New Britain playing man defense. And Plainville calls another timeout, avoids another turnover.
Oh, it was already 20 seconds wasted for Plainville. Surprised New Bern wasn't fouling or doing anything on that sort of end to stop the clock.
You know, it looks like that's what Plainville was trying to do to see what they were going to do. After they didn't foul, they decided to call a timeout and see what they want to do. Do they want to put points back on the board and shoot it, or are they going to try to hold the ball as long as they can and go to the line?
I think one of the things that the coach is going to say now is, like you were saying, hold the ball. I don't really think the best situation for them would be to shoot it in this situation, give New Bern another chance to go down and hit a three. So he's probably preaching to them, spread it out. One guy at the top of the key, hold the ball for as long as they can before New Bern fouls.
Absolutely. We'll take a break for the rest of this timeout. We'll be back to you in 20 seconds. .9 seconds remaining in the game. Plainville with the ball at about half court.
New Bern coming with a quick double team, trying to cause a turnover.
Trying to cause a turnover, and Plainville calls another timeout before the turnover happens.
60-second timeout.
It's a good call by Coach Piper defensively. Quick double team instead of fouling. They need quick turnover, and looks like the best result for them.
And Plainville had enough timeouts to use it on this stretch here. They had 4 timeouts remaining with 2 minutes remaining in the game, so they're able to use these 3 timeouts without having to worry about wasting all their timeouts.
They do. Both teams now down to 1 timeout, and Plainville playing it smart. They don't want to cause a late game turnover, call a timeout. It might stop the clock, but at least they get another chance offensively to keep the time going.
Yeah, 11-point game with under a minute remaining. So Plainville is looking to try to close this game out. They probably have to go to the line, I'm assuming, Piper, after a either try to play tough, double team the defense, or they're going to have to go for the foul.
Yeah, like coaches always tell you, you never really know what's going to happen. So in this case, Plainville just trying to play it smart instead of playing reckless.
35.6 seconds remaining. Ball goes to the hands of Jada Vazquez. They move it around. Continue to move the ball around. Plainville trying to avoid contact. They don't want to shoot. And it looks like Jamili Carter will be called for a foul down on the baseline.
It's their first foul since about a little over a minute. So already over 30 seconds of the clock taken for New Bern to foul.
So 21.7 seconds left. We have a 1-and-1 situation here for Plainville. Vasquez at the line. First shot is no good, but it is a violation. It didn't hit the rim, so New Bern will get the ball back.
And that free throw would have put her at 20 points, trying to eclipse that 20-point game for Jada Vazquez, excuse me.
And I don't think she wanted to make that free throw. It looks like Plainville will not foul, so Maya Soliz says she will take it right to the rack. And Piper will call another timeout. It's a 9-point game with 12.5 seconds remaining.
As her first points of the fourth quarter, looks possibly a little too late for the Canes, down 9 with a little under 15 seconds left.
Yeah, it might be a little too late. She did get the shots off this quarter, but unfortunately none of them did fall.
Absolutely. We were talking about that before the game. We're going to need a big game out of her if they were to win this game. Not the exact game that she had last time out against, really that was Bristol Eastern, but still a good showing. She just wasn't able to hit them down in the fourth quarter.
Soliz coming off a 25-point game, has 12 here tonight so far.
Yeah, I believe it was 12 in the first half and a total of, I believe it was 17 throughout the game. So not exactly the game that she had last time out, but still a pretty good showing for her and her team. Fortunately, it just wasn't enough, barring any late catastrophic issues.
Well, you know, there's always miracles that can happen. 12.5 seconds left, 9-point game. Plainville's up, Plainville ball.
They need a turnover here if they have any chance of getting back in this game.
And they go for the foul.
Lady Cats foul number 3, Maya Soliz.
Fouls on Maya Soliz. That'll send Jada Vazquez to the line for a 1-and-1.
Coach Piper playing all the way down to the final whistle, so it's good. Good strategy for them. Don't want to just let them run out the clock. Just play till the end.
And New Britain with no timeouts remaining, so if Jada, if she misses this free throw, New Britain will have to chuck it down the court and try to get what they can with no timeouts remaining.
Hoping to put up maybe one, hopefully 2 more shots.
And the first shot is good.
And that puts her at 20 points for the game, leading scorer in tonight's game.
And the second shot is no good. Rebound by Jamili Carter. 5 seconds remaining. Soliz with the ball. She takes it in, and she's fouled.
Coach for Plainville is very unhappy. 2 seconds left. The last thing you want to do is foul the opposing team. Trying to put this game away.
Shooting foul will send Soliz to the line for 2 shots. Fouls on number 4, Tessa Susko. Soliz first shot is no good.
At this point, it's just padding a little bit of your stats. Look nice in the box score.
Yep, let's see if she can get one more point at it before this game is over. And the second one is no good. And goes out of bounds. Who touched it last? Looks like New Britain will retain possession.
Still have one more attempt, get one more shot off before the
With
game's over.
0.6 seconds, all we could get is one shot, and it is stolen on the inbound by Corey Jones, and New Britain is unable to come through at the end of the game, you know, with several missed shots, several missed free throws coming down the stretch.
Yeah, the biggest thing for this game was free throw shooting and the three-point making. Only 3 for 17 from the three-point line. And that now drops New Britain to 2-5 and ups Plainville to 5-2.
Yeah, the big difference it could have been if they would have made those other 14 shots. Who knows how the game would have went.
Yeah, absolutely.
So pretty good game here tonight between the Lady Canes and Plainville. They kept us on our toes for most of the quarter. It came down to the end, but Plainville pulled through with a 10-point lead to finish the game.
They did, and you know, looking ahead for New Britain, still got a long season left. Of course, they got the tournament in a few weeks, so they'll be looking to bounce back Thursday at home again.
Yeah, and I'll be here Thursday. Sorry, maybe you'll be here too, Ryan, with us. We'll see everything is right here at Chick-fil-A Gymnasium. Make sure you join us. We didn't get an update on the boys' score, but I don't think they probably just started playing not too long ago. They're in Plainville playing as well here tonight, so you can check them out on the Plainville's website. I think it's a subscription, though, if you wanted to see that game.
Yeah, I believe their starting time's at 6:45. It's probably streamed on, like you said, on Plainville's site. So their starting isn't for another 20 minutes, but that should be an interesting game tonight.
Okay, so the conclusion of this game, New Britain is now 2-5, Plainville 5-2. As we head towards, we're over halfway through the season now on our short modified season.
Yeah, it's a very weird season so far. 7 games in, mass breaks, and all these different stuff we never thought we'd seen. So it's a big adjustment for everybody. But overall, we're getting through it as best as we can.
Yeah, it's good to see these kids out on the floor. It's been almost a year since they were out here, so it's good to see. them out here enjoying the game of basketball. I know there's always going to be some hiccups as you had such a long time without being with your teammates. So as the season go on, hopefully we start to progress. And a brand new coach here back, Coach Piper coming back after about 10 years at CCSU. So always some adjustments with new coaches here, so we hope for the best. We'll be back here Thursday. So for Ryan and myself, thank you guys for tuning in here for this evening, and we'll see you again. Have a good night.